everyone. We are here with a familiar face. Nicki is the event and volunteer coordinator. Nicki, excited to be back.
I am so excited to be back. We have a wonderful venue here at Grand Valley State University. They always graciously welcome us in and to host. So it's always fun to be back at the West Michigan District event.
Yes, I agree. Great event here. Tell us about today's event.
Yep, so we are here at Grand Valley State University. We have been hosting here since 2004. We've got 40 teams from all across Michigan. We've got teams from the UP and several teams from the east side of the state this year. So it's very nice to see a diverse group of teams along with our kind of regulars we see from the west side of the state. We're running this event with about 70 volunteers who have been gracious enough to volunteer their time for 2 long days. And they have been making sure this event runs without a hitch. So we are excited. We've got a huge fan base out here. And of course, who doesn't want to watch robots for the weekend?
Like you said, a lot of great volunteers, a lot of love and energy there is around this event. Also a lot of great sponsors. Tell me about some of the sponsors.
Yeah, so we have a wonderful community here in West Michigan that is very familiar with FIRST. We have some of the oldest teams in the league. So we have teams that are actually going to be celebrating their 30th anniversary next year.
Wow.
Yeah, so actually Team 27 here is celebrating 27 of 27.
Very cool.
Yeah, but the companies are very familiar with us because their students are out canvassing the community, helping to get funds raised for the organization. So in tow, once people see how cool the event is, they want to get their name on the event as a sponsor. And what's really cool is we've got several automation companies out here. So we've got Cope's Automation, I'm from JR Automation, we're out here. And these are people who have gone pro in the industry, and they're getting behind this event because this is their future workforce.
Tell me about the relationship between, like you said, it's their future workforce. Tell me about the relationship between these sponsors and these students.
Yeah, so for example, in my company at JR, we have 7 teams that we sponsor. 6 of them are actually competing here today, and we encourage employees to get out and mentor the teams. So we actually have several of our mechanical and controls engineers out here as full-time mentors, helping these kids design, debug, and program their robots. So it's a great way for them to integrate their skill set with students, mentoring them along the way because, we specialize in designing automated equipment. That's what these kids are doing for the event, just they're automating, picking up cones and cubes for the weekend. So it's a great way to share, hey, this is what you're doing now, but hey, guess what? We get paid to do this, so great career opportunities later.
Yes. So this obviously means a little bit more to you. Tell me about your experience.
So my mother has been toting me to FIRST Robotics events since I was 4. My age now starts with a 3, so it's been quite a while of coming to robotics events. My dad will be celebrating 30 years of mentorship next year.
Wow.
So I grew up in FIRST. I was that kid that was always coming along. I knew the events were fun. So that's why I joined a team, because it's fun to be on the robotics team. And then I fell in love with it and decided to pursue automation engineering as a career. But yeah, this is a great experience for kids. They're never going to have something that bonds them as a team and more like a family. Then it comes to this really hard project of building a robot together to successfully compete.
What do you think FIRST taught you that you carried in to the real world for work and outside of work?
Sure. I think one thing I learned, and especially when I started at university here in Grand Valley, is that engineering is a team sport. You can't do this on your own. I think people assume in school that you're supposed to work on your work by yourself, kind of get it done and get it over with. But engineering truly is a team sport. These kids are learning that it doesn't take one kid to build a robot. It takes a whole community. When you get to school, it takes a whole community working on your projects. And then when you move into the professional industry, I have a whole team of engineers behind me to get a project done. So you're getting exposure to that early teamwork that is truly what engineering is.
Yes, and I think any profession that these students decide to go into, especially engineering, you are going to be on a team somewhere unless you're, a photographer working by yourself.
Right. Well, and I think, too, then, so it's for the kids who don't pursue engineering, the students who are interested in the marketing and the finance side, they've got to learn to talk to an engineer. We're a little bit different as engineers, but they already understand that technical aspect of how do I communicate in a technical way my point across versus in some of the other industries where it's maybe just creatively. It's a different kind of speak in a technical world.
Gotcha. All right, Nicki, thank you so much for all you do.
Thank you.
For FIRST, and I know the students and everyone else appreciates it. So I appreciate you sitting here talking with us.
Yes, and thank you, and welcome back to the West Michigan District event.
I love it. I've had a great time so far.
Good.
All right, well, we're going to send it back to you guys.